Has Birmingham, Alabama earned its reputation as one of America's most dangerous cities? The heart of Dixie, Birmingham has a reputation that's less than sterling. It's known for its bluesy charm and industrial might, yet it's also infamous as a city grappling with crime. This video aims to delve into the factors behind this notoriety. Are the reasons historical, economic, or societal, or perhaps a mix of all three? Let's dive into history, economics, and social dynamics to uncover the truth. Our journey begins in the late 19th century, with the industrial boom. Birmingham, Alabama, driven by the discovery of rich coal, iron ore, and limestone deposits, rapidly transformed into an industrial powerhouse. Steel mills, factories, and mines sprung up, earning the city the nickname, the Pittsburgh of the South. This industrial explosion led to a population boom, as people flocked to Birmingham for work opportunities. However, with such rapid growth came a host of challenges. The city's infrastructure, including housing and public services, struggled to keep pace with the swelling population. Workers lived in cramped, unsanitary conditions, while public services were stretched thin. With inadequate housing and overwhelmed public services, the city began to grapple with issues of poverty and crime. This rapid industrialization and population growth set the stage for the challenges that Birmingham would face in the coming decades. But rapid growth rarely comes without growing pains. The 1930s brought the Great Depression, hitting Birmingham hard. As the nation grappled with economic downturn, Birmingham felt the blow more severely. The city, once a beacon of industrial prosperity, found itself on rocky ground. Jobs in the steel and iron industries, which were the backbone of Birmingham's economy, disappeared almost overnight. With the loss of employment, the city's poverty levels skyrocketed, creating a breeding ground for crime. Families that were once comfortable found themselves in dire straits, struggling to put food on the table. As the economic fabric of the city unraveled, desperation crept in, leading to an increase in crime rates. Petty thefts, burglaries, and even violent crimes became more common as people fought to survive. Birmingham, a city that had once been a symbol of Southern growth and prosperity, was now synonymous with hardship and struggle. The city, once booming, was now struggling to keep its head above water. The mid-20th century was marked by civil rights struggles. In the heart of the American South, Birmingham, Alabama became a battleground for racial equality. The city was a tinderbox of tension, a place where the civil rights movement came to a head in the 1960s. It was here where peaceful protests met with violent backlash, where the demand for equal rights echoed through the streets. The civil rights movement in Birmingham was a time of great social unrest and violence. The Birmingham Campaign, as it came to be known, saw nonviolent protests led by Martin Luther King Jr. face off against the brutal force of local law enforcement. Images of protesters being attacked by dogs and water cannons are forever etched in the annals of history. Sadly, this struggle was not without its casualties. The 16th Street Baptist Church bombing remains one of the most horrific acts of racial violence in American history. 4 little girls lost their lives that day, a stark reminder of the heavy price paid in the fight for equality. These events significantly tarnished Birmingham's reputation. The city came to be known as Bombingham, a moniker that spoke volumes about the volatile racial tensions that existed. This period of violent struggle left a lasting imprint on the city's identity, yet it also sparked a wave of change. The civil rights struggles in Birmingham played a pivotal role in shaping the Civil Rights Act of 1964, changing the course of American history. These struggles left deep wounds that are still healing. By the late 20th century, deindustrialization hit Birmingham. This period marked a significant turning point for the city, as factories closed their doors and jobs became scarce. The steel industry, once the lifeblood of Birmingham's economy, was rapidly fading. Factories that once buzzed with activity and echoed with the sound of machinery now stood silent and abandoned. As jobs disappeared, so did the city's economic prosperity. The ripple effect of deindustrialization was felt throughout Birmingham. Unemployment rates soared, and with fewer opportunities for steady, well-paying jobs, many residents found themselves trapped in a cycle of poverty. But poverty wasn't the only issue. As job opportunities dwindled, crime rates began to rise. Economic desperation often leads to an increase in criminal activities, and Birmingham was no exception. The city's streets, once bustling with industrious workers, began to see more instances of theft, violence, and other crimes. The loss of industry not only meant the loss of jobs but also the loss of a sense of community and identity for many Birmingham residents. The city that had once been a hub of vibrant industry and innovation was now grappling with economic instability and social unrest. Deindustrialization didn't just impact Birmingham's economy. It reshaped the city's social fabric, creating a ripple effect of challenges that the city is still grappling with today. The city's economic backbone was crumbling. The war on drugs in the 1980s brought a new wave of crime. This period marked an era of intensified law enforcement, which was intended to combat drug use and trafficking. However, in Birmingham, it inadvertently led to a surge in drug-related crimes. As the government cracked down on drug dealers and users, it inadvertently created a lucrative black market. This in turn led to an escalation in gang-related activities as different factions vied for control of the drug trade. These power struggles often resulted in violent confrontations, leading to a significant increase in the city's crime rate. Moreover, the prison population swelled, with many incarcerated for minor drug offenses. This had a profound impact on the community, as families were torn apart and the cycle of poverty was perpetuated. The war on drugs, while well-intentioned, had unforeseen repercussions. It transformed the landscape of Birmingham, turning it into a battleground. A new kind of battle was taking over the streets. In the 21st century, Birmingham faces modern challenges. As we step into the current era, the issues Birmingham contends with have evolved, yet they retain echoes of the past. Income inequality is one such challenge. A city of contrasts, Birmingham is home to both affluent suburbs and areas stricken by poverty. This economic divide not only fosters social tension, but it also contributes to the city's crime rates. Education gaps further compound these issues. In Birmingham, the quality of education varies widely from neighborhood to neighborhood. This disparity not only limits the opportunities available to the city's youth, but also perpetuates a cycle of poverty and crime. Without access to quality education, the doors to better opportunities remain firmly shut for many. Racial tensions, a historic challenge for Birmingham, persist in the 21st century. Despite strides made during the civil rights era, racial disparities still exist in the city. These continued tensions feed into the city's crime rates, creating a vicious cycle that's difficult to break. But let's not forget, Birmingham is a city of resilience. Its history is marked by periods of strife and struggle, yet it has always found a way to persevere. The challenges it faces today are no different. The city's struggles continue, but so does its resilience. Birmingham's story is still being written, and it's up to its people to decide the next chapter. So, how did Birmingham earn its reputation as a dangerous city? We've traveled through time, exploring the highs and lows, the triumphs and tribulations that have shaped this city's narrative. Let's rewind to the industrial boom. Birmingham, once a beacon of prosperity, was fueled by a thriving steel industry. The city was a melting pot of opportunities, drawing in folks from all walks of life. But as with all things, the boom couldn't last forever, and the city had to face the harsh realities of the Great Depression. The economic downturn hit Birmingham hard, leaving a lasting impact on the city's socio-economic fabric. Job losses were rampant, poverty levels soared, and a city that once symbolized opportunity was now synonymous with struggle. In the midst of these challenges, Birmingham became a battleground for civil rights. The city bore witness to some of the most significant and tumultuous moments of the civil rights movement. These struggles left deep scars, shaping the city's identity and contributing to the turmoil. Fast forward to the era of deindustrialization. As the steel industry crumbled, so did the city's economy. Job losses mounted, and a city that was once a symbol of industrial might was left grappling with the harsh realities of economic decline. Then came the war on drugs. This campaign, intended to combat drug abuse and trafficking, disproportionately affected communities already reeling from economic hardship. It only added to the city's woes, further fueling crime rates. In the face of modern challenges, Birmingham continues to grapple with issues of poverty, unemployment, and crime. But it's not all gloom and doom. Amidst the challenges, there's a city striving for change, looking for ways to tackle these issues head-on. Understanding the past and present of Birmingham helps us see not just why it struggles, but also how it can move forward. Birmingham's story is a testament to resilience in the face of adversity. It's a story that continues to unfold, and only time will tell how this city will rise from its challenges.